Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin saw a little bit of whipsaw price action today. In this video, I only want to focus on the 30-minute, 60-minute charts because we have talked about the daily chart in the previous video. If you're interested in the daily chart, feel free to check that out. It was made earlier today, especially if you're new on the channel, it might make sense. And if you don't want to miss any updates, yeah, feel free to subscribe and also leave a like if you appreciate the content. It helps. So thanks all for joining the video, watching the video. Let's take a look at the latest movements here, because Bitcoin had, as I said, a little bit of whipsaw price action today. What does that rally, that new high today, not a new all-time high, but what does it mean, you know? What kind of structure could we be dealing with? So is it bearish? Is it bullish? What I want to do, I'm just talking here about the context on the 30-minute chart, and then I'm going to zoom in. Idea is that a third wave topped here around the 20th of May. There are two main wave counts I'm observing here, and again I'm only looking at this snapshot here, yeah? only what we see here on the screen. The overall context again was discussed in the previous video. So there is one short-term bullish and one short-term bearish count. I'm leaning towards the short-term bullish one, and I have been for weeks until support levels break. You know, we want to make sure that we stay on the right side of the trend, right? That just makes sense. At some point it will break, and then the market has given us a signal. Now, the idea is that in the short-term bullish count, and that's the one I'm primarily following, even though it's a bit questionable, you know, the proportions aren't great and everything, and triangle patterns are very unreliable, but I've got a triangle here, okay? 5-wave move, A, B, C, D, E. In wave 4, and it did break out into the expected direction. You would expect a triangle to break out to the upside in this case, to the opposite side of the E wave, and we could be working on wave 5 to the upside now. Standard Fibonacci projections point towards an ideal target for circle wave 5 after circle wave 4 finished on Tuesday, to around 76.5K. There's a little bit more work to do before we can get there, and I want to share with you what kind of work. Okay, important is that this scenario will not be the preferred scenario anymore if we get a sustained break below 69,247. That would be a break below upper support, and it would send the price into the lower support zone, which is defined between 67,212 and 64,444. Now, in this scenario, we would still be working on wave 4, and wave 4 didn't finish on Tuesday the 4th of June. No, wave 4 is still unfolding, and it's not possible for me to confirm that. I'm not leaning towards it. I think it's a plausible scenario, but the wave 4 would have become quite massive. It would be nice for it to just keep going, but of course, you know, it's not a done deal. This is getting close to all-time high territory again. I mean, this is difficult, right? This is difficult. There's selling pressure, a lot of selling pressure in that region. So please be aware, it's not gonna like an easy one for Bitcoin, probably not. But the correction that we've seen since March, I mean, that's been long enough. Bitcoin took a breather, and maybe maybe the bulls are strong enough. But anyway, even if we are still in this blue wave 4, I mean, that wouldn't be bearish. It would just also here on the 30-minute chart mean we might just dip into the lower support region and then could take another attempt for a rally. So now let's zoom in and take a look at what happened actually today. Before we do that, quick reminder, today I'm going to send out the regular newsletter, our MCO newsletter. You can register for it. There is a direct link in the video description on the website. If you go directly through the website, then you can click to, mcoglobal.com is the website. You go to resources, newsletter, and here you can register, but there's a direct link to that newsletter page in the description. The newsletter will be sent out weekly. There's a lot of additional content. I did decide to just show you briefly what's normally in there. It's not like an advertising newsletter. Of course, there's a little bit of, here we are in there, but overall, it's there for you guys to have something to read over the weekend. It is providing value. It is there to thank you guys, for being here. And, there's typically something about stocks or another asset, nice article. There's something about mindset, trading mindset. There is something about an opportunity. So I'm going to cover a cryptocurrency again. Last week was Propi. So there will be another cryptocurrency I'm covering that I don't cover on YouTube. Then there's something about the membership, there's an X video that's featured, a YouTube video that's featured, there's featured membership content, there's website content. We think, there are certain comments that we feature here, sneak peek for next week. So, and I'm going to build on this going forward. So this will blow up more and more. Just want to let you know, feel free to check it out. You would have to sign up though in the next few hours because this evening I'm going to send it out. So it would be a shame to miss it. I mean, I know people newsletters are often rubbish, but I try to create something that's really useful. Okay, so what's happened here today? So the idea is that this upper support area, as long as it's holding, should be a setup for higher towards 73K next. Okay, 73K, maybe 73.8K, maybe 74.3, maybe 75K in the next instance. It depends on if we're dealing with a C wave rally or a third wave. I have decided to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. So I'm focusing on 76.5K in wave 5. It's not going to be straight away. So we have to do the third wave first, then a 4 and a 5. So this fourth wave could be again another pullback. But in the first instance, the next direct target would be 73K. And looking at this micro action from today, assumption is that we had a 3-wave pullback into Thursday's low, where the price reacted already to the 50% fib level. Then after my last video, we rallied even to a new high. Got rejected, however, at the May high. And important is, again, the market reacted to one of our support areas, right? So strong rejection. So I consider that as a B wave top. I would therefore still assume that the support area will be retested again. It doesn't have to. Market already tested it once. And yeah, I mean, this could have been again another low, but maybe we get one more low, test the support area again. I would just be prepared for it, right? I would just be prepared for it. Conversely, if we get a break above today's high at around 71,950, I think we're heading straight away to 73K. In that case, this here is a running flat correction, and we've already bottomed. It's all about the levels. The market already tested the levels. That's technically enough, but there's been quite a strong rejection just at this May high. Situation hasn't changed, just a few fluctuations ranging basically. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.